started with a soft thump in the night. I brushed it off as a raccoon rummaging through trash cans. The next morning I found my mailbox knocked over, bent, crooked, hanging on by a rusty bolt. Maybe just a delivery truck misjudging the curb. I put it back up, hammered it in, and got on with my life. 2 days later it was hit again. This time, the whole post was ripped out like someone backed over it on purpose. I started paying attention. Every other night, same deal. Mailbox flattened. Sometimes tire marks in the grass. Other times it looked like it had been straight up bulldozed. I would rebuild it, repaint it, replant it, and somehow, without fail, it ended up trashed again within 48 hours. This was not an accident. Someone had declared war on my mailbox. I tried staying up with a flashlight and a bag of jerky like some suburban raccoon hunter. But whoever it was had perfect timing. I was either asleep, in the shower, or gone just long enough for them to strike. I asked neighbours. Nobody saw anything. One guy heard an engine revving loud around 2 in the morning. Another saw a grey SUV near my driveway. The only problem was half the HOA drive grey SUVs. Drop a comment and tell me what state you are watching from, because I guarantee you have one of these people in your neighbourhood right now. I filed a complaint, but the HOA board said they would look into it. Look into what exactly? A mailbox being treated like a crash test dummy. I even mounted a plastic owl on top just to see if it scared off the mailbox menace. It did not. If anything, the owl looked like it got punched in the face too, so I marched straight to the HOA office, clipboard in hand. Pictures of my destroyed mailbox stapled together like a murder scene dossier. And who else would be sitting behind that desk but Karen? Her smile was the kind you find on someone who already knows what they did. I told her someone had been repeatedly destroying my mailbox and nothing had been done. She tilted her head and blinked like I was speaking a foreign language. Then she looked at the photos and said it could have been a delivery truck, or maybe the wind because older posts snap easy. I stared at her. 4 hits, tire tracks, bent metal. I was not imagining this. Karen leaned back and put on that HOA tone, the one dipped in condescension and microwaved authority. She said she would look into it and then told me to make sure my mailbox was HOA compliant in the meantime. Correct height, correct paint, correct post material. I walked in about my mailbox getting destroyed, and she was already threatening to fine me for the corpse not being up to code. I fixed it again anyway. New post, new paint, thicker wood buried deeper, braced like it was guarding Fort Knox. The next few nights were quiet. Then it was a Sunday morning. I was sipping coffee by the front window when I saw her. Karen, in her grey SUV, creeping up the road like a predator. She slowed down by my yard, looked around, and then punched the gas and flattened my newly rebuilt mailbox like she was filming a suburban action movie. My jaw hit the floor. She backed up and rolled over it again just for extra insult, then parked like nothing happened. I sprinted outside, mug still in hand. Karen stepped out, adjusting her visor like she had just arrived at the country club. She said she did not see it, that my mailbox just appeared out of nowhere. I told her it had been there for 5 years. She said it did not match the approved HOA mailbox colour anyway. I asked if she was even sorry. She shrugged and said, technically I was lucky she had not issued a fine. That was when I knew Karen was not careless. She was on a full power trip. She believed the HOA badge gave her immunity to bulldoze anything she did not like and walk away grinning. She had the wrong guy. That weekend I rebuilt the mailbox. Not just any mailbox. A fortress. Inside the wood casing I lined the post with 1/2-inch cold, rolled steel, welded to a buried steel beam sunk into a concrete base. On the outside, I painted it the exact same grey she hated just to twist the knife. Looked completely ordinary. Felt like a bunker. Hidden camera installed. Motion sensor activated. 2 days later, I was back in my window seat. Like clockwork, Karen's SUV crept down the street. She slowed down and then boom. Her bumper hit solid steel. Hood crumpled like a soda can. The mailbox did not move 1 single inch. Her airbag deployed. I nearly spit out my coffee. She stumbled out of the car, staring at the mailbox like the laws of physics had personally betrayed her. I walked out, phone already in hand, replaying the footage. I told her she might want to get that bumper looked at. Funny how the mailbox did not appear out of nowhere this time. She turned red and threatened to report me to the HOA board. I told her to go ahead because I had footage from every angle and would be happy to email it to her insurance company too. Karen looked like she had swallowed something very sour. She stormed back to her half-crushed car and peeled away, dragging what was left of her dignity behind her. My mailbox is still standing, not a dent, built like justice itself. The video had a lovely little premiere at the next neighborhood watch meeting, complete with popcorn. If you were dealing with your own version of Karen, drop your story in the comments. These people count on you staying quiet. Hit that like button if justice got served today.